Hello, hi everyone. Welcome to the first virtual workshop under Gemini Exchange Hackathon. Today we are going to have a workshop on how to use Gemini CLI and increase developing productivity. So for those who have joined us for the first time, maybe we can discuss something about the overview of the program, timeline, what are the benefits of participating and winning, and then we can move on to the workshop. Okay, I hope my screen is visible to everyone. If yes, then you can just drop a quick yes or thumbs up in the comment section. Hi. Okay, great. So, Geni Exchange Hackathon is the second phase of Geni Exchange program. We launched the Geni Exchange program in the month of April. The first phase was Geni Academy, where there were 5 different courses on Google Cloud Skill Boost platform. On completing all of the courses, you get a certificate of completion. Then the second phase of this program is the hackathon, where we are inviting all innovators, developers, startups, and freelancers to leverage Google Cloud's AI technology and build solutions that solve for India. AI solutions based on real world problems. So we know many of you are eager to turn your learning into the real world impact, and this is the perfect opportunity for all of those. There are many rewards under this program, under this hackathon, such as cash prizes, unique chance to connect directly with one of the India's largest enterprises, and showcase your skills on a national level, because this is open to the developers of India from all around the country. Again, mentioning why one should participate. So I hope all of you who have joined us today, most of you have already participated. But let's say if you want to share this opportunity with your friends, your colleagues, or people who have joined us for the first time who have not yet registered, for them, these are certain reasons as to why should people participate in this hackathon. The very first reason is they get a chance to work on real world challenges and build some solutions that can actually impact and can solve, like can present solutions for India. Your solutions can create meaningful and tangible impact. Then there is a cash prize of 65 lakhs, which is combined for both student and professional problem statements. And there's a bifurcation as well. For students is 25 lakhs, and for professionals it is 40 lakhs. Then you get to have hands-on experience. For example, today our workshop, in today's workshop, you will get to have hands-on experience on Google Cloud's latest AI tools. Then you get to learn from industry experts, because we will be hosting such sessions, many more in the coming weeks as well. And you also get to network with people. For networking, as of now, you can join our Discord channel. All of the participants, most of the participants have joined the Discord channel, so you can join too. You can connect with other developers and maybe form teams as well. As for the timeline, currently we are in the registration phase, which will close on 5th of September. So if you want to form a team, if you want to invite anyone else in your nearby area or something, make sure that they register before 5th of September. Post that, prototype submissions will open up, so which currently are live. So if you want to submit, if you already have an idea prepared, or maybe you have finished developing your project early, you can submit right now as well. And if you submit today, until the deadline, you have the chance to make edits in your project, and it get updated automatically. We'll consider the final version only. So if you want to submit early, you can do that, and you can make edits later as well. But the deadline to make all the edits or to submit the project is 14th of September. Then, just like we are having a workshop today, we'll conduct more such online workshops on different Google Cloud AI tools, and we'll keep you informed over email. Then in mid of October, we'll have the first list of shortlisted teams announced. Those shortlisted teams will get a chance to further refine their prototype. And then the top 100 teams will be announced, and they will be invited for the grand finale, which is scheduled in the month of November. The timelines might change a little here or there, but we'll keep you informed over email. So make sure that the registered email ID through which you have registered for this program, you are keeping an active eye on the same. Again, this is we have discussed, but just to mention the bifurcation again, students have to form teams with students only, and they have to select a student problem statement. And for that, the total cash prize is 25 lakhs. And for professionals, they have to form a team with fellow professionals. And again, they have to select a track which comes under the professional category. And for them, the total cash prize is 40 lakhs. Okay, then maybe we can do a quick walkthrough of what the entire website and the dashboard as well. So this is the website through which I hope most of you have registered. It has all of the information that we just talked about, reasons for participating, who can participate, the entire journey. We are currently in the phase 1 and phase 2, which is people are registering and you can also submit your prototype. Then cash pool price, then the student problem statements are listed here. And if you click on professional track, then professional problem statements are listed here. For professional problem statement, 2 problem statements are announced, but more problem statements will be announced soon by end of this week. This is the entire timeline of the hackathon. Then in the submission section, what all you need to submit. For example, you need to submit a deck of what your idea is about. Then your functional prototype. It should have at least 2 to 3 working features and not a full-fledged product. Then maybe documentation, your GitHub repo, anything through which we can verify your code. And obviously your focus area, which means your problem statement that you have selected. So all of this information, some FAQs are also added on the website. So you can take a look at this again. And once you have registered, this is a dashboard where you land on. Again, in the roadmap section, whatever is the next action item for you to perform, it is listed here. For example, for me, I need to form a team. And I also need to submit my prototype. Then workshop 1 is happening. So all of these things are listed here. So you can just check what is next coming. Then if I want to form a team, I can go to the team management section. Either I can create a team or I can explore the public teams that are there. I can just click on this request to join button and the team leader will receive the concerned request and they have the option to either verify your request or reject or maybe approve. Then if we go back, okay. And if you have received any request, then this is the section. I have not received any request, but if you have received any request, this is the section from where it shows up and requests sent are displayed here only. Then in the submission section, the template is already provided. You have to download this template and this is a template in which you have to submit your deck or the presentation for your prototype. So make sure that you use this template only. Any other template is not allowed. Then if you click here, you can select the problem statement. For student, it is a prefix is added which clarifies that this problem statement is for student and a prefix is added for professionals as well. So if I'm a professional, I can select professional problem statement. If I'm a student, then I can select accordingly. Then I have to mention a brief about my solution. What is the unique selling point of my solution? Then I have to upload my presentation or my deck here in a PDF. Link to my working prototype, a video of 3 minutes explaining what my solution is all about. Maybe it can also include the demo video as well and the GitHub repo. These are the submission specifics that you have to submit while making the final submissions. Again, you can edit your submissions as many times as you want. So if you want to submit early, you can, and later you can make the edits once before the final deadline hits. Now in the interaction section, whatever sessions or workshops or online activities that we are hosting, these are listed here. For example, previously we hosted introductory session. So you can rewatch it from here and this is today's workshop. If there are any important resources through which maybe it can help you build something or some virtual master classes or maybe YouTube videos or anything, we will list here and you can find them here only. Then in the challenges section, the problem statements are again listed. So maybe you want to cross verify before you finally submit your idea. So this is what the entire dashboard, once someone registered, what it looks like. Now we can move back to the slides. Great. So that's all I had in terms of program and platform overview. Now we can start with the workshop. So for that, I would like to invite her. She's program manager at Google. He'll lead today's workshop as well as he'll also brief you about the 2 problem statements that are live for professionals. Hi, Harsh.
Hi, Shweta. Thanks for giving the brief intro about the hackathon. That was helpful. So now we'll move towards the problem statement side. 2 professionals problem statement are being launched. I'll quickly share my screen and we can begin. I hope my screen is visible. Yes. So there are 2 professional problem statements being released. First problem statement is by NASCOM. It's about automating test case generation using generative AI using AI, and other one is how we can optimize operations of a cement factory using AI. So this two, another one is by JK Cement. Those two very interesting problem statements are targeted towards professional track. So first problem statement, I'll also show you on the website. There are many details mentioned on the website. Let's go through it one by one. So the problem statement says when you come on the professional track, you can see both the problem statement. As Shweta mentioned, few more problem statements will be added soon. So this first problem statement is how you can automate test case generations using AI. And here it's explained about the healthcare industry and healthcare software requirements. So you can go through it. What should be the solution capabilities? It's mentioned over here. First of all, it should generate the test case automatically, automation of test case generation. Second, it should be your solution should be able to understand complex requirement. It should be able to integrate with existing tool chains used in the industry. Compliance, it should be compliant to the standards as well. And then obviously, since this involves a lot of privacy and compliant related things, it should be compliant with your POC should be ready for the GDPR compliant as well. So this is about the first problem statement, automating entire test case generation using AI. So you can go through it in detail, think about it, use some of the AI tools to brainstorm, come with some ideas and start building around it. So there are few technologies, suggested technologies mentioned over here. I hope my screen is visible over here. It's mentioned Gemini, Vertex AI, BigQuery, Firebase, Agent Builder. Few suggested tech stacks are there. Feel free to innovate, but these are the suggested tech stacks which we expect to be used in this solution. Second problem statement is about how we can optimize cement factory operations using generative AI. So as you know, there might be many operations that goes into production line. It can be optimizing raw materials and grinding. So let's if I'm for this, this is a very interesting problem statement where you need to understand how the cement factory's production line works. A quick search over internet, few videos will help you over there. So the production line starts with how raw materials are optimized or grind, how stones, those pebbles are being grind in the industries. Then it moves to there are various quality check parameters as well, fuel usage, material handling. So these are the your solution should help. So solution should use AI and help optimize all those things. Let's give an example of how AI can help quality assurance, right? How quality can be checked using AI, how raw material usage can be optimized, right? So those things are very important that team will be looking for in this solution. Again, technologies that can be used is Gemini, Vertex AI, Cloud Vision, because if you are uh, using some kind of vision based thing, you need to use some kind of vision based APIs as well. BigQuery, Firebase, Agent Builder. So these are the few suggested technologies, tech stack, which can help you build this. Obviously, you are free to innovate and use other Google technologies as well, as and when required. So this was about the two problem statements. Problem statement one is automating the test case generation using AI. Second problem statement is optimizing cement factory operations using AI. And there will be other few more problem statements will be announced soon. So stay tuned for that as well. Right. So I just saw a couple of questions. One was like, can we build a multi-agent system for this? Yes, you can, because if we look at the test case problem statement, there were multiple parameters to it. If we look at cement factories operations problem statement, there were multiple parameters to it. So feel free to build individual agents for it. It's up to you how you want, what kind of solutions are you targeting on a specific parameter, or you want to target multiple parameters, or you want to build multiple agents communicating to each other in the production line. So it's on you how you want to do it. You can be innovative on that. Right. So now we'll begin with our today's workshop. So I know most of you are really excited for this. Let's make it engaging as well. So how many of you used any kind of coding assistant in CLI mode, be it Gemini CLI or Claude CLI or any kind of CLI? Just raise your hand or wave over here. Any kind of CLIs that you used? Yes, do a thumbs up over there. Any kind of CLI. Nice. I see few responses over here. That means few participants have used, few are saying not yet. Uh, okay, there are few names coming up. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. So there's one question. What is CLI? CLI is a command line interface. If a basic uh, explanation to CLI is, let's say if you are using a terminal in Windows or PowerShell in Windows or a terminal in a Linux-based system where you just give commands in the terminal and do the operations. It's like command line interface. You have a screen, you just write commands to it and give the operations. Right. So now Gemini CLI is your coding assistant, or not just coding assistant, but an AI agent that works on the command line interface. So today we'll learn how to use Gemini CLI, and you can use this in your hackathon projects as well, right? So I'll give you an example. You set up the Gemini CLI in your Cloud Shell or on your laptop and start interacting with it. There are various tools available which can help you read the file, which can help you read a file, edit a file, which can, or there are tools which can do internet search. There are tools which can generate code as well for you, test cases as well for you, right? Unit test case, it can write unit test cases for you, right? It can also go through your code and then identify a few security issues or bugs that you might be generated. You can connect it with an MCP server as well. So this today is very interesting. We'll start with the Gemini CLI. First of all, we'll start with the credit process. So to use this today, we are going to use Google Cloud account because you might be having your own system, own laptop. So for the consistency of this workshop, we'll be using Google Cloud Shell so that you all can perform Gemini CLI activity along with me. But you can install Gemini CLI in your existing laptop as well. If you are using Mac, you can use Brew, or you can do it through NPM as well. Or if you are using Windows Unix, you can Windows Linux based Unix based system, you can do it through NPM as well. So let's start with our credit based activity. We today will be giving you $5 credits each. So first of all, first requirement is sign in with your Gmail ID. Will be team will be sharing the link over there in the chat. Feel this is the link. Team will be sharing the link on the chat. Feel free to open this link. Once you open this link, you will get a page similar to this. So just open the link shared in the chat box. I'll again bring it on my screen as well. There's links being shared multiple times in the chat as well. Feel free to open that link. I would recommend you to do it through your laptop, because after this we'll be using a Gemini CLI which is optimized for the laptop version. So the link is being shared in the chat group. It's on my screen as well. Let's wait. Yes, if you want, you can do it in incognito, or if you want, you can do it in non-incognito as well. It's up to you. But after you, I'll just wait for 2 minutes for all to open this link. Then I'll proceed with the next steps. However, if you are ready, you can go through it. It's very self-explanatory process over there. If you want, we can wait for 2 minutes. Yes. So link is being shared in the chat box on my screen as well. Right. So let's wait 2 minutes. Give me a thumbs up once you open the link. Is it working? Have you opened the link? Just engage on the chat as well so that we know you all are on the link. Yes, it says GCP credit application form. Perfect. If it says GCP credit application form, you are there. Let's wait 1 more minute. Do a thumbs up, or just write yes, no. How to download or install Gemini CLI? That's what I'm going to cover in the next workshop. Sorry, in this current workshop. Next slides I'm going to cover. Perfect. So I see maximum number of participants on this link, and once you sign in with your Gmail ID, you'll see the screen similar to this. It should be saying Gemini Exchange 1, and there's a line which says $5 credits will be credited to your account for performing this workshop. And once credits are credited, you can use it for 365 days. And if you want to look at how many Google Cloud Services products are available in this free tier, you can open this hyperlink and it will open a detailed list of Google Cloud products that you can consume in this free tier, right? So now, please share the link. So team has been constantly sharing the link on the chat as well. Have a look. You will find, just scroll up. If there are too many messages, you may need to go slide more up, right? So over here, you will see a button. Click here to access your credits. Uh, just go through it, and you'll see a credit application form. Your name will be there. You can enter your last name if it's not mentioned. Email ID, coupon code will be there. It will be predefined. Coupon code, you won't be able to edit it, right? So this is how that screen looks like. Credit application form, name, email ID, coupon code. Once you accept and continue, it will credit $5 to your account. You will get a toast message which says credit applied successfully. Are you all on the screen? Will you be able to apply those credits? Are you all on the screen? Let's wait. If you are facing any challenges, let us know. Can we use our own Google Cloud billing? Yes, you can. If you want for this workshop, you can. But I believe most of us are new, or may not prefer using our own billing account. That's why this credit application process helps. Right. No, this credits will not come to your Cloud Skill Boost account. That is a separate learning platform. This is the actual Google Cloud platform where you can build and deploy your services. Right. What if there is no account? You can, if you sign in with your Gmail ID, your new Google Cloud account will be automatically created. Just follow the process in this link. I'll wait for 2 minutes. Just message on the group, message on the chat, thumbs up or something, indicate that you are on this page. It says $0 in total cost. Yes, it says cost. Cost means how many you have consumed, not the credits. So if you see 0 minus 0 equal to 0, it's not your credits, it's how much you have spent, right? So along with the hackathon, we need to build a great ability to read properly as well. It is cost, not the credits. Credits and cost are two separate activity. Once all of you are on this screen, I'll show you. I'll move to the next step. Let's wait for a minute. Perfect. So now we can go on to on the left hand side, there is an option called credits. If you are on the same screen, there's an option called credits on the left hand side. And if you open that, you'll see your $5 over there. So I think with it's a relieving moment for you. So now you are moving from 0 to 5. So on the credit option on the left hand side, if you open over there, you will see the $5 mentioned over there. Right. Is $5 sufficient just to kickstart the workshop? It's sufficient, but I would request you to create a free trial account. If you see on the top, there's a pop-up which says start for free. It will give you $300 free credits. Right. So let's wait for a minute. Are you all on the same screen? Let's ensure maximum number of participants have got those credits. Then it's very easy to do the workshop. Perfect. So now let's move to our today's code lab. So I sure this is the link for today's code lab, and you all have completed the steps today. So this is the link for today's code lab. Team has been sharing the link of the code lab in the chat as well, right? So this is the link, code lab link, bit.ly GCP, Gemini's -CLI -lab. So just open this link, type this link in your laptop or get it from the YouTube chat. This is going to be a very interesting workshop. You will learn how to use Gemini CLI. Right. Indicate me on chat once you are there on the Code Lab site. So Code Lab site should look like this. This is how the Code Lab looks like with the title hands-on with Gemini CLI. We'll be performing few of the steps. If link is not clickable, copy paste, boss. If you are on the laptop, just copy the link right click, Control C, go to browser, Control V. Right. So this is the code lab. Just tell me done, yes, something, so that we are ready for the session. Yes. And if you are joined just now, yet to consume, get those credits, scroll up. There is a credit links as well. You can get credits from there. Done. Okay. So now we'll proceed with the code lab. So in this code lab, we'll be not performing all 12 steps today, as it may take more time than our workshop session. But what I will do is I'll show you how Gemini CLI works. I'll show you few basic functions of Gemini CLI. We'll create a Gemini.md file as well. We'll paste a guide to create an application over there. We'll try to build a node based application using Gemini CLI. Right. So uh, let's start. Let's come to our cloud console again. So now today we need to juggle between two things, code lab link, and then we may need to go to our Google Cloud Console page as well. So let's come to our Google Cloud Console page. This is the page where we saw our credits. Come to this page and click on the top Google Cloud ID. You'll land on a home page in your console. So my screen is visible. Yes. If you are on the bit link is working, I just open the code lab link over there. This is how I'm refreshing it. It's working. I think just team has shared the link. Just open that link again. Right. So now let's, with interest of time, let's proceed with our code lab. So this is how our home page of Cloud Console looks like. And if you have used Google Cloud in past, you will be familiarized to it. If you are not, I'll just quickly 1 minute, I'll go give you a walkthrough. On the left hand side, you can see all the services, few services, pinned services, frequently used services. Each of those Vertex AI has a Vertex AI section has Vertex AI services, compute has those compute related services, Kubernetes related services. So there are multiple services being placed in the hamburger navigation bar. On the top, you can select your projects over here. And what we are going to do is I'll zoom my screen. So can you see there are four icons over here? First is Gemini Cloud Assist. Second is Activate Cloud Shell, Notification, and Help. So we need to click on this icon, which is Activate Cloud Shell. So I'm just zooming my screen over here. Just click on this icon, Activate Cloud Shell, and your Cloud Shell will be activated. A terminal will come on the below of the screen. It will ask you to authorize. If you are using it for the first time, it may ask you to authorize your email ID. Right. So I hope you all are on the screen. Open your Cloud Shell. It will ask you to authorize using your same Gmail ID. Authorize using your same Gmail ID. Right. If you are on authorized page, that means you are following all the steps. And same steps are mentioned in the code lab as well. So if you want, you can go read the code lab and perform the steps. Right. So I hope my font and everything is visible on Cloud Shell. It's on the maximum fonts right now. Right. So yes, for those who are asking next, you can read the code labs and perform the steps. I will go it at my pace because there are few who are still first time on the terminal. So if you are in any kind of hurry, feel free to perform the code labs using the steps there. Right. So now, are you all on this terminal? Are you all on this Cloud Shell? Give me a thumbs up. Are you all on this Cloud Shell? Yes. Yes, I'll again repeat the steps over here. So I'll close my shell one more time. On the top, select your specific project. I'm going slow now. I hope this helps. on the top, select your project. After you select your project, on the right hand side there is an option which says activate cloud shell, and when you click on it, it will open a cloud shell in this screen over here, and your project name should be mentioned in yellow brackets. I can't go more slow than this, otherwise we all will sleep. Yes, are you all on this? Yes. Okay, I see few yes, few thumbs up as well. That means most of us are on the Cloud Shell. So now we are going to run our first command, which is Gemini over here. So just write Gemini, press enter. It will trigger the Gemini CLI. Right. So it's Gemini is written in a beautiful fonts, and this is how your Gemini CLI would be visible. Right. So just write Gemini over there in the Cloud Shell. Is it important for the hackathon? Yes, this is important. Otherwise, we would not have 1500 participants and 1 hour on this workshop. It's really very important. You can use it in your day-to-day projects as well. Right. So just type Gemini CLI. If you want a quick recap, now we have slightly moved forward to it, but you can rewatch this video. It will be on YouTube. You can rewatch at your pace to get the quick recap as well. Right. So project will be auto created. The project name, are you just give me a thumbs up? Yes. After you type Gemini, press enter. Right. Don't wait for me to give you command, press enter. Right. So when you press enter, you'll see a console like this. I'll expand my console over here. So you'll see a console like this, which says Gemini, and it will give you some kind of tips. We'll also mention the version number as well. And then there will be a prompt box where you can write your prompt. Yes. Are you all excited? All good. So now what we are going to do, so any kind of command, any Unix base or CLI base tool that you are using, first thing we need to do is get help, right? So when I say get help, not getting help from your friends, but get help from the tool itself. So if you look at the fourth point over here, which says /help. So when you type command /help, see, as you are typing, it's also giving you hints and suggestions over there as well, what kind of commands you can run over here. So let's type / and then let's type help. It will generate a help for us, what kind of services are available, what commands are available, right? A few keyboard shortcuts that can help you during Gemini CLI. So first thing is what to type /help. So /help will give you the guide of this entire Gemini CLI, right? So don't worry if you are newbie to this. Even everyone is newbie to one thing or other. So we should give our efforts to learn it, right? So then there are two modes in Gemini CLI. There are two modes. Listen me carefully. In Gemini CLI, there are two modes. One is agent mode. Second is shell mode. So agent mode is where we can ask some kind of questions or give it a task. What is, or let's ask question, who used the word for first time, right? Who used the word artificial intelligence for the first time? This is what we are doing is in the agent mode, right? So in agent mode, either you can give it a task or you can ask anything, right? So what it's doing is now it's doing Google search, right? Searching for on web on based on the question that we have asked, right? So now it came up with the answer, right? So when was who used the Gemini artificial intelligence, when was the used first time, on what kind of project? So basically it did a Google search for us and came back with the answer. So this is a very basic functionality of Gemini CLI. I'm just showing you so that you start with those basics. So can anyone write what were the two modes that I told? Two modes in Gemini CLI, mode 1 and mode 2. I'll not proceed until I get the right answer. I already explained there are two modes in Gemini CLI, right? Shell and agent mode. So shell mode will help you write terminal commands inside Gemini CLI. In agent mode, either you can ask questions or you can give some task to which agent can perform, right? So there's a difference. There's a two different kind of modes over here. So what we did, we asked a question: who used the word artificial intelligence for the first time? We asked it in the agent mode. So it detected that user wants an answer. It went on a Google search. It used Google search tool and then got back us to the answer, got back us with the answer. Now we can run a shell mode as well. To run shell mode, press right exclamatory shift, just press exclamatory sign, right? With exclamatory, you can shift one is basically the exclamatory sign, and with this you can activate the shell mode. Are you able to activate the shell mode? Can you see the symbol being changed over here? If you look at it, sorry, if you look at it, this is the symbol, the arrow key is the symbol for agent mode, and this is the symbol for the shell mode. And on top it's written shell mode enabled, escape to disable. Are you all able to open it in shell mode? Yes. Nice. So shell mode can help you execute some shell commands. So first shell command we are going to execute is, let's say we write ls basic. It will list all the directories, files in a particular folder, right? We can use cd, ls, any kind of shell commands. Don't run sudo rmrf, you'll destroy the system, right, on your personal laptop. So just unget the shell mode will help you run those shell commands. Agent mode will help you give some tasks. So now what we are going to do is let's go to the agent mode and let's give it a task. All these tasks are given in the code lab as well, but for simplicity I'm not moving between two screens. You can read the code lab and perform the lab over here, right? So create, I'll give a task holiday.txt file with all Indian bank holiday list. So now we are in a agent mode. So while you are giving a command, make sure you are in the agent mode. Make sure you have that angle over there, right, arrow over there, and we are giving a command create holiday.txt file with all Indian bank holiday list. You can give it some other task as well. So now what we are doing over here now, our first question was about artificial intelligence. It was invoking only first tool available called Google search. Now we are invoking two tools using agent mode. First is Google search. It's searching for the bank holiday list, Indian bank holiday list. And second, after it fetches the Indian bank holiday list, it will use another tool called edit write file tool, which will create a file called holiday.txt in our system. So before creating any files, right, before using any such files, the CLI will will wait for your command. So you have two options: allow always, allow once, allow always, or modify with external editor. If you have an external editor, you can do, or if you want to give some additional command, you can suggest some changes as well. So this is very simple task. We'll just allow once and it will create a txt file for us. Yes, this is working for you. Yes. So now it shows I have created a txt file in your current directory with the list of Indian bank holidays. So let's go to the shell mode, exclamatory sign will run ls, and we can see our holiday.txt created over here, right? So this is how you can combine your agent mode and shell mode both together, right? So this is, let's assume you want to create a npm based, a next.js based project, or you want to create a Python file, Python code, or you have an existing code in this folder, right? Navigate to that folder using shell mode, activate Gemini agent, and then you can perform those activities over there, right? So now we'll again come back to our code lab. So just come back to the code lab. Over there, we are done with this first interactions using Gemini CLI, right? And there are few more tools available as well. So I'll again come to our screen. If you want to know what kind of tools are available in Gemini CLI, just write /tools. So similar, we write /help. We wrote /help. Now write /tools. You can see all the kind of tools available over here. So edit tool, these are the tools which Gemini CLI uses to do operations for on behalf of you, right? So what are these tools? Using these tools, Gemini CLI does the operations for you. So using edit tool, it can edit a file. Using find file tools, it can find files in your specific folder. Using Google search, it can do Google search, read file, read folder, read many files, save to memory, search text. Shell is one such tool which we are invoking using exclamatory sign, right? Web fetch, if you want to fetch something from a particular website, write file. So these are basic tools which you can use, right? So now I'll come back to our shell mode, right? I am in my shell mode over here, and I will do ls. We'll see our holiday.txt file. And now what we are going to do is, in agent mode, we are going to tell it read the contents of holiday file. Read the content of holiday file. So now it's like we are giving it a task. First we asked it to create holiday file. Now we are giving it a task to read the content of holiday file, right? So it will invoke the find file command. First it invoked the find file tool which looked for the holiday.txt file, and then second tool it used was the read file, where it read the content of holiday.txt and showed you over here. So now let's assume this is your code. Instead of a txt file, let's assume it's your Python file, right? And you tell it to read this Python file, understand what are the issues, or explain you that piece of code as well, right? So now instead of holiday.txt, it can be your Python file, it can be your Java code, C code, web code, right? Anything, right? So is this interesting? Let's wait for a minute. If you are running behind, is it interesting? Let's interact over here, guys. Something you have tried for the first time, give me thumbs up if you are trying this for the first time. Yes, nice. Nice. If you are finding the txt creation interesting, let's move to the next phase, which you will find it more interesting now. Okay, so now on the code lab, let's come to our code lab. We learned our two things. We learned what kind of inbuilt tools are there. At your own time, feel free to perform this code lab, but I'm just going at my phase and explaining it in a different way, but you can do this code lab on your own, right? So now we learned about command parameters. We learned about various parameters. We learned about what kind of tools are available. Hyphen tools / tools helped us with some tools. We tried creating a file as well. Then shell mode. So shell mode, you can run few shell related commands, right? And now let's come to this step number 10. Step number 9 as well. You can configure, if you want to configure some MCP tool, you can do it, but it's not scope of this workshop now. For the simplicity, I'll quickly move towards Gemini.md file, right? So let's assume you want to give a set of commands, right? A set of let's assume you have a project requirement document, a PRD document, a detailed PRD document, or let's assume you have you want to give a detailed instruction or a series of instructions. How can you give? Will you wait for one instruction to execute, then you'll give a second instruction, or maybe you want to give a file as well, right? So what we are going to do is we are going to create a Gemini.md file. This is the context file which Gemini will use it for, to understand its configurations, to understand its settings, to understand what kind of task it needs to perform. So if you, as you know, MD is a markdown format, right? And it loads in a hierarchical fashion. So first line, second line, third line, it loads in a hierarchical fashion as well. So many of you must have used readme.md file, MD file in your Git projects as well, right? So MD is for the hierarchy fashion format. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create a MD file, Gemini.md file. And in the code lab, if you see, there is a simple MD5 file being given to us. It has, this is about my simple TypeScript library. It's about a TypeScript project with the project specification details, what kind of APIs you want in that project, what dependencies, what dependencies to avoid, what should be the coding style. So everything is provided in Gemini.m, this prompt as well. So now let's copy this prompt. This is in the step 10 over here. So this is in the step 10. Let's copy this prompt from here, come to a terminal, and let's give it a command, create a Gemini.md file with this content, right? So now I pasted the content from the code lab. Are you all following to this? Yes. Yes. So now I entered my content over here. It will create a Gemini.md file for me. Let's wait. Let's see what's happening on the screen. It's invoked write file command. So write file tool, right? So we created a txt file. Now we are creating an md file with a set of instructions detail about our project. And now we will agree, apply once. It will create a md file for us. Let's wait for it. I have created a Gemini.md file with the content you provided. Let's run the command ls, go to the shell mode, run the command. You have your Gemini.md file over here, right? So now let's come back to the agent mode. Now what we are going to do over here is, are you all following this? You are able to create your MD file, right? If you are running behind, no problem. This video will be there. Everyone has their own learning speed. You don't need to feel feared if someone else is learning at a faster rate than you, right? So all of us has our own speed in life. Yes. So give me a thumbs up, right? Yes or no. Done. You were able to create an MD file. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So there are many of you are able to create the MD file. So now tell me what we'll be doing the next. Any guesses? I'll not move until I get the right answer. What will be doing next? Paste command in commands? No, 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 no. We are not going to paste commands. What we are going to do is, tell me. Now we provided a MD file, Gemini.md file with a set of instructions, set of guide on what kind of project we need. Now we are going to pass a prompt. Do it with me. Okay, so I'm giving a task. You can write it on your own way as well, but I given a task, follow Gemini.md file and take actions needed. So it will invoke its read file command first. So now if you know all these tools, now it's very easy to understand what it's doing, right? As I told, it will invoke its read file tool first. So read file, it's reading Gemini.md. It read all the instructions which says it was about a TypeScript project, right? And after it read Gemini.cmd file, it understood that it needs to create a TypeScript project and a specific format about a TypeScript project, folder structure of TypeScript project, rules handling the dependency, which we had mentioned in Gemini.cmd file. Now it's asking us what it should do. We'll tell it, give us a 3 options: create this file that was mentioned in the Gemini.md file, or so we'll do it, proceed with first option. Right, so we'll tell proceed with first option. It will create the file for us, right? So with this, see, now it in order to create the structure, it will automatically run the make dir command in shell mode. So it will ask for you, do you allow execution of make dir? Make sure you read this properly, you understand what kind of commands Gemini would be using it. So don't always do allow once, allow always. Make sure you read what it's doing, right? So now it will create a directory src/api because this was mentioned in our MD file. Then it will create a file which is client.txt. It's asking for us. Now it will implement the code as well. Right. So now it created client.ts file, and based on the instructions you gave, what kind of application you want to create, it will create those files for you. Right. So now create a Python code to fetch recent weather. So I'm giving a command in my agent mode, create a Python code to fetch recent weather. Let's see what it does. Okay, someone is asking how this will help us for the hackathon. Are you not going to create projects in hackathon? You can use Gemini CLI to help you increase productivity while you are building your applications, right? So now I'm showing how it can be useful in your hackathon. I gave it like create a Python code to fetch weather, right? So it wrote a Python code for me. Let's assume you have your existing project. And tell Gemini CLI to read that project, create a README file for that project, understand if you are facing any coding challenges, difficulties in that particular project. Tell Gemini CLI to identify bugs. Tell Gemini CLI to write unit test cases for you. So now you have two powerful modes inside Gemini CLI and series of tools. Agent mode, give it commands. Shell mode, run shell commands to it, right? So are you all getting it? Give me a thumbs up if you were able to create some kind of Python file or basic project over here, right? So then here it created the file as well, right? As weather.py, and then it's giving us the command over here, what to do, right? So this is a simple execution of Gemini.cli, but as you follow that code lab, there are various complex tasks that you can do. You can invoke few MCPs as well. You can invoke through MCP tool is also there. Maybe we can cover it, a detailed workshop on MCP. We can cover it in the next session as well, because I'm not covering it now because it's a very detailed topic, and a detailed discussion on this maybe we can do it at the next workshop. Right. So if we still have 5 minutes left, I'm done with our coding exercise, the workshop for Gemini CLI. I hope this was helpful. Right. If you have any queries, feel free to ask. Yes, someone is asking for test case generation. Can we use CLI? Definitely, you can use CLI for the test case generations. Right. So let's say you just need to pass a command over here and be more specific. So you need to. It's not just about writing a single line of prompt. You need to be, after a couple of tries, you will be more good at the command line. The prompt engineering part as well. There's someone commenting, people are asking dumb questions. Actually, those are not dumb questions. Everyone has their own knowledge level, and based on their own experience, knowledge level, people may ask varieties of questions. We should be respecting to all the kind of questions we get. Right? Everyone has their own learning journey, and based on their own learning journey, they'll ask questions. Uh, can we do pip install? Yes, you can. Why not? So there are two different modes, as I told. Like exclamation will give you shell mode. You can give a pip install command over here. Or if you don't want to write a pip install command, you can tell pip install, let's say, some kind of library, TensorFlow. Right. So you just give a command in agent mode, pip install TensorFlow. It will look for the TensorFlow version and run it in shell mode. See, it gave pip install TensorFlow. What if here I knew, what if I don't know the exact library name as well, right? So I can just mention I want to install TensorFlow library inside Python. It will use Google search, identify the exact version that's required, and then execute, then ask you for the command execution. So I'm doing a command execution. It will pip install the TensorFlow library. Any more questions? I see a few questions. Do we need to purchase Gemini Pro for this? So daily you get 1,000 requests for free. So you don't need to purchase. You can, or if you want, you can attach the API key over there as well, or you can use it. Yes, can we download Gemini CLI in local machine? Yes, you can. You can install it using npm. I'll show you those steps as well. Gemini CLI installation. So this just search on internet Gemini CLI installation steps. You'll come to this GitHub repo, and over here the installation guide is given if you want to install it in your local system. If you, as I told, if you are in Mac OS or Linux base, you can do brew install, or if you want, you can use the npm install guide or npx as well. So it's already given in this. Just search Gemini CLI installation and you will come to this page. Right. Any other question? We can also install on phone. No, you cannot. Can we create API key for Gemini? Yes, you can create API key using Google AI Studio. We have already, so in hackathon you don't need to demonstrate how you use Gemini CLI. So I should make it clear. You should not demonstrate how you use Gemini CLI. Gemini CLI is the tool which can help you be more productive in the hackathon, right? What you need to demonstrate is usage of Vertex AI, usage of Gemini API, usage of Firebase, Google Cloud. So those kind of usage you can demonstrate through the APIs or through the code that you have written, right? So the Gemini CLI will help you be more productive in your project that you are building. Right. So with this, I'm done with the workshop. If there are any one or two more queries, we can take.
For all the team formation questions, students please form team with students only, and professionals can form team with fellow professionals. There is this question: can we create and deploy? Not this.
Uh, I can take this, but can we create and deploy Docker image in Hackathon? Yes, you can. You just need to give us the public link to the executable.
This question has been repeated so many times.
Sir, can I use Flutterflow to build applications for Hackathon? Please reply. You can use it, but make sure you use the tools, technology services mentioned in the problem statement as well, which are, see, Flutterflow is also IDE-based solution, so you can use any kind of IDE you want, but make sure you integrate Gemini, Vertex AI, Firebase based on your project requirement.
This
Uh,
one
sh-
is.
this one, should we want backend or static page with dummy data? No, static pages are not enough for the prototyping. Prototype, you need to show how you are calling the data. Static page, anyone can create. It's very easy to create static page. It may not help you clear the prototype page stage. This,
Next.
can I, in fact, there is one question I found. Can I interact with my local files or folder using Gemini CLI on local? Yes, you can. You can install Gemini CLI in your local laptop, and then you can interact using into with your local files and folders. Yes, it's mandatory. Yes, I don't understand this red emoji. Are they angry on us or they are highlighting it too? Yes, I red stop emojis. You need to, it's mandatory to use Google Cloud Services. What data set should we use for the problem statement? Based on your requirement, look for data sets on internet. You'll get Kaggle is a good source for data sets. You just check over there, you will get. Yes, you can deploy on Streamlit and share the links.
Not this one. I was selecting some other question. Sorry.
Okay, this one, if we use the Gemini CLI in addition to our backend, is it better to show both during final pitch or should we focus on one? I made it very clear over there. So let's take an example of, if let's assume you used VS Code while developing your project. In the finale, will you show the VS Code or will you show the final project? Right. So if you use Gemini CLI to build something, you need to show your final project or prototype that you have developed. The evaluation will not happen on how you use Gemini CLI. Evaluation will happen on how good your project is. Right. So using Gemini CLI is helping you in your development journey. But at finale, don't just show Gemini CLI. You have to show your projects as well. There is one question: can we do 5 projects with $5? No, 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 you can't. So project $5 is just for the sake of this workshop.
Professional problem statement or track are not sent yet by emails. So only three are live. Two are live. Third will be live tonight itself, maybe by 6 p.m. Once all the problem statements are live, then we will send a combined email for every problem statement. Currently, you can just visit the website.
Right. Mm, yes, there is one interesting question. Sorry, I missed it in my presentation. I'll just show it on the screen. How many tokens? What are the limitations of Gemini CLI? So I'll just bring my screen up. So if you go to this GitHub repository, there are free tier and how many tokens, what's 1 million token context window is there. In free tier, you can do 60 requests per minute. So don't just set up a cron job to do 2 requests a second. So you can max do a 60 requests per minute, 1000 requests per day using your personal Google account. And the token window is 1 million. I hope this answers that question.
Great. That's all. Thank you so much, Harsh, for joining. And thank you all our participants for joining today. Again, if some of you might have joined late, or if you want to go through the entire workshop or the program overview again, from your dashboard section, you can, this is like available on demand. And from your dashboard's interaction section, you can watch the workshop as many times as you want. And we'll be back with another workshop next week. Just like this one, we'll inform you through your registered email ID. So make sure you keep an eye on that. Also, if you still have any queries left, you can reach out to us on the support, which is GenAIExchangeSupport@hacktoskill.com. You can also join the Discord channel, and we'll be happy to help you there as well with any query or concerns that you have. Again, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.